What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this one, my mic is way down. I'm gonna be showing how to make a suburban house. This is the 81st installment of Suburban House, and here it is in all of its suburbanness or something like that. I don't know. This one's definitely different, but this was made for the backrooms map, as a lot of them have been recently. And yeah, that's all. So with that being said, there is the interior space. Enjoy the tutorial, and I will catch you on the flip side. Here are all the materials you'll be needing for this build. Alrighty, and the space you need for this is a 24 by 21, and the materials you'll be needing to start off are quartz pillars, stripped pale oak wood, pale oak trapdoors, oak planks, oak stairs, mud bricks, bricks, black stained glass blocks, and we'll go black stained glass paints. Starting from the front right hand corner of your 24 by 21 grid, cough cough if you made it, you want to start by counting back diagonally left by 1, and going up on this block you're just going to place 5 quartz pillars. I'm realizing I missed a block already for the grid. It's just a singular sea lantern. Actually, I think it's 2 sea lanterns. Yeah, it is. You will extend that bottom quartz pillar to the left with 4 sideways strip pale oak wood, and then another upward facing quartz pillar, which can also be brought up by 4. Connecting not the bottom quartz pillars, because they're already connected, but the next one's up, you'll just kind of place pale oak trapdoors like so on the top half of the block. You'll have to crouch to place the middle ones. Going back on the right side from this pillar, you're placing 3 sideways strip pale oak wood, and then a mud brick. That mud brick will have 4 quartz pillars on top, and you can also extend that mud brick to the left by 5. From there, you'll go back diagonally left with an oak plank, left 2, then forward diagonally left by 2 with mud bricks, forward 3, and then from there you'll go up with 4 quartz pillars again. On top of each mud brick so far, you're going to place bricks. And this particular row here on the right side, you want to go either left to right or right to left on top. If it's a row of 5, doesn't matter. You'll place a brick, sideways quartz pillar, black stained glass pane, sideways quartz pillar, and then another brick. You will copy that row one more time, and place a full row of bricks on top. Extend the top brick across and connect it down to this brick here to the left, and then also these bricks on the left you're going to bring up by 3 each. And yeah, that'll give you your doorway, which we'll deal with in a second. What we can do though immediately is on top of the left and rightmost oak planks you'll place 2 black glass. I hate this inventory set so much. It's awful. You want to, at the front here, just place oak stairs connecting this quartz pillar to this mud brick. And then kind of this whole floor space in here, you'll fill in with oak planks. We might leave this and come back to it in a sec, because I kind of want to do the other porch, because then we can get rid of some of the materials that we're needing for that one at the moment. Yeah, I think that's reasonable. So take this front left mud brick and extend it to the left by 6. Then you'll go back by 5, left by 1, 2 oak planks to the left, and then 2 mud bricks. Extend that end mud brick a couple directions. You're going to extend it up by 4 with quartz pillars to start, but you'll also extend it forward with 2 sideways strip pale oak wood and then an upward facing quartz pillar. You can actually bring that quartz pillar there up by 10. And the bottommost one you'll extend all the way right with oak stairs, which is a whole 4 blocks. Fill in your little floor here with oak planks. And on the left side, you'll actually place pale oak trapdoors connecting these quartz pillars together. Just again, the one above the strip pale oak. Like so. Get rid of your black stained glass blocks and your oak stairs, along with actually your pale oak trapdoors and strip pale oak wood. and get out smooth quartz stairs, smooth quartz slabs, which we'll actively use for the blocks, not for this whole time, but just for now. Dark oak doors, and spruce planks? Sure. Actually, no, sea lantern. I changed my mind. On top of these, like, 2 back oak planks, you're going to place dark oak doors, and then on top of them, you'll place sideways quartz pillars, like so. Fill around them on this flat wall with bricks, which is really just going to kind of be this. And I'll also actually fill this corner row to the right. Where you have these 2 rows of 2 black glass, you want to place between them, this is kind of to the right, the other porch, you'll place a dark oak door in the center. Place smooth quartz blocks on top of the black glass and the dark oak door. And where the dark oak door is, you'll place an upside down smooth quartz slab in front of that smooth quartz, and on these side ones, you'll place upside down stairs. You can, from this point, on the front, kind of connecting your top quartz pillars, you want to place upside down smooth quartz stairs extending in that are pointed towards the center. And then you'll just place what should be 2 upside down slabs between either set. From the rightmost pillar, you'll go back with an upside down stair facing back, and then 2 upside down slabs. A block above those, you want to fill in the roof with oak planks for this little section. Do not go on top of the smooth quartz or the bricks, just kind of fill in this area like so. And then I'll take the center row and I'll leave a gap of 2 off the left and the right, and the 3rd plank I'll replace with a sea lantern. And that just gives you some nice lighting. Porch lighting. For the other one, it's fairly similar, although it's not quite the same. If you take this quartz pillar here, this really tall one, and you want to take the block that should be 1 taller than the walls. Actively, it's this one. You will extend it back by, I'll just say 10 for now. And you'll also extend it to the right by 4. And behind each of those 4 quartz pillars, you want to place 2 oak planks. What you can then do is we can start to actually fill in some of the walls and things. First, you can get rid of your dark oak doors, sea lanterns, and oak planks. And I'm going to bring the black stained glass panes all the way forward to be next to the quartz pillars. Actually, I'm going to reorganize entirely. I'm going to go mud bricks first, then bricks, then quartz pillars, black stained glass panes. I'll actually go I'll go gap, smooth quartz stairs, smooth quartz slabs, and in the gap we left, I do want to get out spruce planks. So, this like front and center row of mud bricks, you have quartz pillars coming up on the right side. You should have 4 going up in total. You're going to extend up an additional 6. So it should probably be the same height as this pillar over here. Yes, that is correct. Off the front left mud brick, you'll place, what is it going to be, 10 quartz pillars? Yes. Connect those top ones together with sideways quartz pillars, along with, you'll have another line. Basically, where we brought these quartz pillars over, you'll want that line to be, which is kind of just dead center of this open space, which should be there. You'll check, you'll have 4 above and 4 below of open space, and you'll connect across there between those, and I'll also just bring it back by 2 to kind of fill in this gap. This little underside to the right of this left more porch, you will fill this in with bricks. In the front, you should have, I guess, this A shape now. You want to place a row of brick at the bottom and top of this bottom little square. I guess along with the left and the right, actually, which should leave you with a 3x2 like so. Moving in from the sides, you'll place sideways quartz pillars and then black stained glass panes in the center. Copy that on the top, but instead of using bricks, you want to use spruce planks. So do the full perimeter here. Quartz pillars moving in, and then panes in the very center. On the left side of this, you can actually bring at least the bottom 4 quartz pillars here back with just a singular spruce plank each. I will place the sideways quartz pillar on top. You don't need it, but I will. And I will also actually take this left row and bring the top quartz pillar across. In this open space, row of spruce planks at the bottom. Then going left to right, I'll place spruce plank, sideways quartz pillar, black stained glass pane, sideways quartz pillar. Copy that row one more time. And place a row of spruce planks on top. Starting to get somewhere. We're unfortunately not even close to anywhere done, though. Let's lay out the rest of the kind of foundation, because from that point we can actually get rid of the mud bricks and we'll have enough to start the roof once we are there. So on the left side here, you want to take this bottom mud brick and extend it back by 9. Extend it back diagonally right, back 3, and then you want to go right by 20, and then connect forward from there. Cool. On the far, like, back 2 corners here, you're going to extend up with 4 quartz pillars. From both of them, you're going to go up diagonally forward with sideways quartz pillars that face forward. And on the left, you'll just want to go forward by 2. And on the right, you want to go forward until you are diagonally touching the very first quartz pillar. So you actually want to go next to these 3 oak planks and then just stop, basically, like so. You don't want anything across the back. However, on the left side here where you have kind of where the wall goes in a block, this particular mud brick, just before that diagonal, you'll extend up with 10 quartz pillars. And then you should be able to just finish placing this row of quartz pillar. Since if you went with 10 like I did, you'll just have to add 1. And also the top quartz pillars you'll connect with sideways quartz pillars. On top of each mud brick layer, you want to place 4 rows of bricks. I think this will also be, we're finished with our bricks, which is weird. But I think it is helpful because we'll want smooth quartz blocks, preferably. Although we might just clear our inventory, actually, after we fill in all this, because I don't think there's any other usage for most of what we have. I don't know. I'll think about it. Also, sorry, I just, zoned out. The left side here, this top floor, you'll fill this in with spruce planks. Just this one wall. We'll get in more later, but yeah. Cool. Yeah, you can just clear your inventory, might as well, and get out the following. Polished blackstone brick stairs. Polished blackstone brick slabs. Polished blackstone brick blocks. Quartz pillar. Black stained glass panes. Smooth quartz blocks. And spruce planks, and that should finish off our build, I think. Yeah, it looks about right. So on the front right here, I'll say, you want to take these like smooth quartz stairs and quartz pillars and place polished blackstone bricks on top, which will extend off the right by 1. Place your row of slabs in front that extends 1 off the left. Do a similar thing with the back here on top of this back row of the wall. This one will overhang off both the left and the right though, and same with the slabs that you're placing behind. I'll specifically say the right side now. Technically we'll have to do the left, but I'm not worried about it because it's just until you hit the wall. You'll go in from each block with an upside down slab. Up with a slab. In with the block. In with an upside down slab. Up with a slab. In with a block. In with an upside down slab. Up with a slab, etc., etc. And eventually you'll reach a center point, like so. On the left side here, you want to just do the same thing going forward, although you're only going to have to go a little bit because you'll just smash into that quartz pillar almost immediately. For both these peaks, I know this is literally just one singular block you have to place, but you'll fill them in with spruce planks, just a block within the polished blackstone bricks. Basically, My little reference for it is you're placing behind where there's nothing and also where there's upside down slabs. Not where there's blocks and not where there's regular slabs, because that'll screw us up. And it should look like this from the right. Left, again, doesn't really matter a ton. From the, like, front center section here, this one, you want to bring the quartz pillars, except for the top one, back with, I'll just say 3 spruce planks. I think I actually will bring that top quartz pillar back with sideways quartz pillar, though. If you bring 2 more rows of the roof kind of along, which would be this row of slabs and this row of blocks, you'll want to, going, I guess we'll say right to left. So from this slab here going across, you want to place 1 more polished black stone brick slab, then a sideways quartz pillar, black stained glass pane, sideways pillar, pane, and you want to keep alternating between those 2 blocks until you eventually crash into these spruce planks with a quartz pillar. Bring each quartz pillar and pane up an additional 1. That is not right. There we go. I tried to place it like that, and that obviously doesn't work. What I'm going to tell you to do is underneath each pane also place a polished black stone brick, just to make it look a little bit better. Nice. You want to... We're kind of going to have to do that on the back. What I can actually have you do instead is if you take the back left quartz pillar here, this top guy, you want to essentially connect this across the back and to the front right here, this row. And you'll just want the corner to be an upward quartz pillar, which you'll bring down by like 4 or something. Just like that. And then what you can do from there is take the, I'll say the 3rd quartz pillar down, which would be the center, or I guess the center, and extend it out, so to the, it'd be left from this angle, but it's right from the front of the build, with 8 spruce planks, and then an upward facing quartz pillar. I'll bring that row down again. And yeah, that'll be more important in actually right now, because off the back of this row you want to place upside down polished black stone brick slabs, which will extend off of the right side by 1. And you'll actually do the same with the front where you have these windows, and it'll overhang off the right as well. From this point you want to go from each of these overhanging slabs in with an upside down slab, up with a slab, in with a block, in with an upside down slab, up with a slab, and then both the slab and the upside down slab you will connect together to the extent that you can. Obviously you'll kind of like hit this spruce plank, and I'm actually going to replace these slabs on either side of that plank with a block. Not visible anyway, but it's just kind of something I feel like doing. You can essentially bring the peak of the roof here, this like one that we made before, just to the right a row, and from there, oh, that's unfortunate. From there, you'll fill in the kind of side of this area with spruce planks. It's only a couple blocks that you need. It's actually more in the front than it is the back. You can kind of see that it's like this. From the inside and from the outside, it should look like this. Again, really only the front is noticeable, but the back does have these little half blocks visible. Nice. Now, you can actually bring this particular roof that you just built all the way to the right until you hit into the kind of quartz pillar here from this row, or would be, you know, in that line, I guess, of where you would be against it if there is no block. Just like this. You shouldn't have any gaps because of the way we filled that, so yeah. This roof is definitely confusing. Now, I'll do the best that I can to explain it. It shouldn't be awful, but you'll, I think, understand why I'm saying it's definitely confusing. Because off of either front quartz pillar corner, you're placing a polished black stone brick stair outside and extending it forward by 1. You'll then bring either of those stairs in with an upside down stair, up with a stair, in with an upside down stair, up with a stair, etc., etc., until you should have a 1 block center, where you're placing a polished black stone brick block with a slab on top. extend the stair on both sides, like these outermost stairs, well, I guess you have 2 already, so behind that you'll place a block, which should give you this. The block on the left you will extend to the left with 5 upside down slabs. And then you can also place a row of upside down slabs off this like back row of quartz pillars here. That'll extend off the left and the right by 1. Extend each of those overhanging upside down slabs along with this block, in with an upside down slab, up with a slab, and you should know the drill from this point, I think. Because then you'll go in with a block, in with an upside down slab, up with a slab, etc., etc. You're keeping that going until you should reach a center point on both sides. Nail it. Can I do it again? I think it's there. Yep. Cool. You should have this. Each of these peak openings on this 3rd floor, you're filling in with smooth quartz blocks. For this one, same thing. You're only filling behind upside down slabs, open gaps, and upside down stairs as well. That is, I guess, an important one for that front peak. Should give you this. Before we fill in this roof, though, I want to actually just tackle the rest first. Really, the only things that you have are this back wall here. You'll just kind of place, like, 3 rows of spruce planks coming down, I think, is what you'll need from that quartz pillar. And then it's just connecting this roof here across. Fairly easy. And then from there for this top roof, the back is pretty simple. It's just connecting across. And if you are not familiar with the connecting these stairs to these slabs, I'll tell you this. Stair cuts off slabs and blocks cut off stairs, and slabs don't really do anything. So basically, if I take the left side, because the left side will be easier, I'll bring the stair back by 3, and if I bring these slabs across, you'll see the stairs on the corner. Alternatively, bring these blocks across, they'll cut off this row of stairs, but then for this next block up, the stairs will go further than that by a block. We'll connect across with slabs. Blocks go behind that full row, and then the next row of stairs will come back and overhang the blocks by 1. Connected across with slabs, and that's basically the drill with it. And then the top slabs will just like connect like so. But not too bad. Definitely is weird if you're not familiar with doing it, but I've filled so many roofs I don't even have to think about it anymore. Which, I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, but anyway, it's probably a good idea to just double check for any gaps. But once we've done that, ladies and gentlemen, that is your Suburban House, the 81st installment complete. This might actually be my favorite one, I can't even lie. I took inspiration from an older one that I did that was like half brick, half spruce like this. And except it was an older one, so it definitely had some flaws. But yeah, I think I definitely made this one look better than that one at least. But anyway, thank you guys for watching the video. If you guys did enjoy this video, have a fantastic rest of your day. Or night, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.